your journey to building better and getting to where you need to be, you're probably going to find out a lot of things about yourself that you don't like. I pray that you embrace and change those things for the better. The only reason a person wants you to bend a boundary or take away a boundary is so that they can extort it. Keep that in mind and understand that's not love. What's up, peeps? I'm Steve with Legacy, bringing you another quick sip of Kool-Aid to help you develop and sustain healthy boundaries, appropriate standards, and the self-confidence to advocate for yourself. And hopefully it's going to help you along your journey of taking back your identity in life. And trust me, those things aren't lost all at once. Little by little, we justify giving parts of ourselves away, parts of our dreams away. We throw those parts of ourselves away to meet the standard of these other people. Standards that they give out, standards that they could never reciprocate. And while you take whatever they choose to give you, and you give 100%, you're throwing little pieces of yourself away as you go. And it's a little by little thing. We don't go from A to Z all at once. And we think it shows our devotion or our commitment to these other people. And it doesn't. It only shows their capacity to watch you lose your dreams, to watch you turn into something that you were never meant to be, just to be subservient to their will and their standards. Be with someone that won't allow you to destroy parts of yourselves as a part of love. When you do that to yourself, it only shows them how malleable you really are and how easy that they can manipulate you. Real love won't be able to witness you do that to your dreams. They won't be able to witness you give away pieces of your identity but selfishness would, and manipulation would. So for those that are hurt by others, and for those that hurt others, under the guise and defense of what you went through in your past or how you were raised, had a terrible past, traumatized, etc., how you went through hell as a kid and this, that, and the other, and while some circumstances are absolutely deplorable and absolutely terrible, these people that we're talking about are in adulthood. And even though they might have went through some really, really terrible things, guess what? That's still not an excuse to mistreat, abuse, or hurt others and act like you don't realize it and act like you don't know. To pin the responsibility of what they went through in their past on you by expecting you to be okay with being treated so poorly and with losing so much of yourself in the process of trying to love someone. But I don't buy that shit, and I don't buy it for 1 second. The fact that you've been through so much, the fact that you've seen so much pain, should automatically have you in a mindset that you would never put somebody through something like that. The abuser expects reprieve. They expect reprieve by shocking you with the things that happened to them or the things that they went through, just to show you that they had it worse off than what they just gave you. That's crazy talk. But we're so used to hearing it, and we see it so much nowadays that it's textbook manipulation and textbook misrepresentation of the truth. And nothing could be more dangerous to what you would like to have as your happy place. And let me apologize on behalf of anybody that's ever hurt you. I'm so sorry that somebody made you feel like you was hard to love. You most certainly were not. You were just doing all this stuff and making all these sacrifices for the wrong person. But these videos are also intended to let you know that you are valuable. You're so very valuable. I want to help you develop the power to validate yourself, to identify, advocate, and make steel the boundaries that you need, and even more so, the power to remove those who would violate such boundaries. Trust me when I tell you, the only reason a person wants you to bend a boundary or take away a boundary is so that they can extort it. Keep that in mind and understand that's not love. You got to get rid of those people who expect a discount on the value that you have. Know that value and stop not feeling beautiful. These people that hurt others under the shield and disguise of what they went through in their past, these people demand that standard that they would never reciprocate. And they throw every reason in the book why you don't get that type of normal respect from them. How you triggered them, and how things that you did caused them to not want to give you the respect that you deserve. That shit is not healthy, and it's not okay. That type of behavior is destructive and can take a lifetime to recover from, if at all. So I beg you to cast these darkened souls out of your life. You can't shine when someone's throwing that much shade over top of you. Do it for yourself, and do it for those who depend on you to set the example of how love should be. For those who depend on you to define love and devotion in and of itself, this is so important. And to the people that hurt others, firstly, I'm so sorry you might have felt unloved. But the fact that you felt unloved does not translate into a justification for hurting others. Secondly, using your childhood or lack thereof as a shield to lessen the impact of the way you treat people with cruelty, ignorance, or selfish behavior is nothing more than the excuse you use to hide behind. Lastly, I want you to know that if this struck a nerve, if this hurt a little bit, and you thought, geez, is this post about me? You're probably right. And it should hurt if I'm talking about you. If what you see in this mirror is you, don't be mad at the mirror. Change the reflection. You got the power to change that. Not because what you do is wrong and fundamentally effed up, but because I pray for you and I want you to know the beauty and the peace inside when you deal with this stuff in a healthy way. There's nothing wrong with talking to somebody. There's nothing wrong with finding somebody to help you process some of these emotions, to help you be honest with yourself and understand the impact you've had on others. There's nothing wrong with getting that help. And that doesn't make you look weak. That gives you the strength of 1,000 men when you're strong enough and brave enough and humble enough to look inside and change what's wrong, to understand the impact you have on others and fix that. That's a beautiful feeling. I say this to you you not out of anger. I say this to you out of love because I want you to know what that feels like. And I don't want you to go through life like a virus, being worse for people than you are better, leaving emotional victims in your wake. Get help today if that's you. And if you're a victim of this, get help today, please, if that's you. You've learned and conditioned yourself to be treated this way. It's going to take a lot of hope, and it's going to take a lot of hard work to get that love back of self. But all the pieces of yourself that you threw away, all the parts of you that died off, all the friends that you don't talk to anymore, I challenge you to pick up the phone today and call one of those friends. Call one of those people and tell them what's going on. Tell them that you're hurting. Tell them that you need them. You might be afraid they won't answer. You might think they're mad at you, but they're not. These people that used to love you, they're just waiting for you to get back to who you were. They remember the old you. They're going to be there for you more than you could ever imagine. So I challenge you to make that call today and get help. And look, if this video helped you, share it, pass it along, because we need to enlighten as many people as we can to get woke and to stay alive. We need to wake as many people as we can up to this. We need people to stand up for themselves. We need people to fix themselves. And as corny as that sounds, that's why I make these videos. And I know both things. I know people can change, both the how you impact people and how you let people treat you. Meet that challenge head on. And as always, thank you so much for coming along with me. And thank you so much for checking us out. Getting yourself where you need to be emotionally, right with yourself, right with your spirit, right with how you treat people. That's part of our legacy. That's what this channel's all about. Watching someone who was once weak, being able to change, coming up and proving everybody wrong. That's the most beautiful thing in the world. And that's part of our legacy. Ask yourself today, what's yours? And as always, and as always, my peeps, stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, it's always free to be kind. And on your journey to building better and getting to where you need to be, you're probably going to find out a lot of things about yourself that you don't like. I pray that you embrace and change those things for the better. And to the self-righteous poor souls who believes it's okay to use their past as a way and as a reason to hurt other people, I would say to you, you have the power to change before it's too late. To choose love over ridicule or anger. To choose kindness over jealousy. To choose growth instead of stifling the potential of the person that you're supposed to love. Love better. Change for them. See the effort and sacrifice that they've made and help them fix that. And if it's not already too late, for something that you worked so hard to ruin and you probably don't deserve anyway. That's just real talk. That's just real talk for you.